Hey, what's good, guys? My name is Arnimane, and welcome to the 59th episode of Would You Rather. We are so damn close to 60 episodes, what I think is quite a milestone. 60 episodes in a series, damn. But this is a series where I answer your Would You Rather questions you guys submitted to me in the previous episodes. If you missed any of the previous episodes, feel free to click on the link in the description below. It'll take you to the entire playlist. And of course, if you have any Would You Rather questions for me to answer, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll answer them in next week's. But I say let's move right into last week's featured question, which was, would you rather have blurry vision for the rest of your life or see everything in black and white? And I'm with you guys. The majority of you guys said I'd rather see in black and white, and I agree. I would want way much more rather. That did not make any sense whatsoever. But I would much rather see in black and white than pretty much not be able to see at all. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, you're gonna have blurry vision. You're not gonna be able to see, and there's a lot of things that you won't be able to do. You won't be able to drive, and you won't be able to sightsee, which I love. I love the sightsee. Sure, being able to only see in black and white kind of sucks when it comes to sightseeing, but at least I'll be able to see it, and that's my main point. I think there's a lot more disadvantages of not being able to see. Like, well, everything will be blurry, which to me, really, you can't see. Um, but yeah, there's so many more disadvantages to having blurry vision than just not being able to see in color. So that's what I'm going with. I love sightseeing, so I would much rather see it in black and white than not being able to see it all. That's my opinion. But anyways, I did an update video yesterday asking you guys what should I do with featured questions and future of Would You Rather and stuff like that. And a lot of you guys said forget about featured question. Takes up half the episode, and it's really not that entertaining. It's not needed. It's not necessary. So I am getting rid of it. At least for now. Maybe sometime I'll be able to work it in the future. But right now we're just gonna get rid of it. So we're gonna dive right into your Would You Rather questions that you guys submitted to me. And our first question comes in from Smashing Snow, who asks, would you rather get screwed by a guy or get screwed by a girl who has a dick? Oh, um, would that if a girl has a dick, would it still be considered gay? I really don't think so. Like let's just say she had a dildo. If the girl decided to put a dildo in my bum hole, would that still be considered gay? And I guess that's what I'm kind of lining it up with here. You know, if a girl had a dick and I had sex with her, would it still be considered gay? Now, if I say, she doesn't have a vagina and I put it in her butthole, I don't think that's gay. It's worth a girl. But if she puts it in my butthole, is that gay? You know what? To be honest, I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. So I think I would much rather take the girl with a dick route than a guy with a dick. At least she'll have boobs. I guess I would much rather have a feminine girl, or sorry, a feminine guy than a manly guy. See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with get fucked by a girl with a dick. That's what I'm going for. Thanks for your question, Smashing Snow. One of those awkward ones that you just don't know how to answer. Our next question comes in from Exon324, who asks, would you rather get $50 billion or get 10 wishes but not be able to wish for money or gold or diamonds or anything that you could exchange for money, really? Or you cannot ask for more wishes. And, $50 billion. Like 10 wishes would be nice. But see, I think a lot of my wishes would come around money. um, or just end up asking or wishing for stuff that I would want to buy with with the $50 billion. So I think just to save the hassle of limiting myself to 10 things, I'd much rather have $50 billion and buy the 10 and buy the things that I would want with the 10 wishes. Sure, there are some things that I could get with the 10 wishes that money couldn't buy. Um, like fame, infamy. I don't know, but I think I would be much rather happier with the $50 billion rather than 10 wishes. But that's my opinion. I say we move on to our next question, which comes in from I am Burston King. I think I nailed it this time. I didn't stutter it. I didn't have to re-record this part because your name always fucks me up. Jeez. Anyways, he asks, would you rather be adopted by a British family or an Australian family? Hands down, Australian families. I find like okay, like I love accents. I do. I find British accents pretty freaking cool, but I find Australian accents on women, not on men, on women, fucking hot. No offense to the British people out there, but the Australian women, their accents are for me to die for. That's my opinion. And I'm sure you all have your own. But anyways, thanks for your question. I am Burston King, and let's move on to our next question, which comes in from Sean Carson, who asks, "Would you rather live your life with a 10-minute memory span, or live your life with two broken legs and you aren't able to walk?" This is actually kind of tough. Um, as see, part of me wants to say the 10-minute memory span because from an outside point, that's hilarious. But I don't think I'd want to be, uh, the center of a joke. Even though I probably would just forget about it 10 minutes later. But I think that'd be kind of weird to me because you'd have to restart your life over and over again, pretty much, right? Um, but at least I get to live. But if I live my life with two broken legs, at least I get to live my life. I pretty much sit in a chair all day, anyways. When I'm not at work, I'm on my computer chair. So, two broken legs, and I sit in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. Sure, I'm gonna be limited to some the things I can do. Like I can't drive. I have to use it'd be really hard to get to places that don't have wheelchair accessible buildings or ramps and stuff. So, but I think I would much rather have that. At least I can live a life, if that makes sense. But thanks for your question, Sean. Let's move on to our next question, which comes in from, let's see here, Slow Majority, who asks, "Would you rather have the best games or the best TVs?" And I'm making the assumption I can't have. It's one or the other. So only have the best video games, but you have a shitty TV, or have the best TVs, but you have to play the shitty video games. Honestly, I would much rather. See, there's no point in playing the best games if you have a shitty TV. Like, you have a standard definition TV, or one of those old fucking dialing, like the TVs with the dial on it. Uh, I actually used to play on one of my NES on one of those. But anyways, so I think playing the best games ever in the world on a shitty ass TV, like, it kind of really is pointless. It's stupid. Like you can't do it. Like, it's not much of an experience, which would then not make it really a best game ever. So I think I'm gonna go with the have the best TVs. At least that way, I can use the TV as a monitor for my computer, and I can use it to watch TV, the high definition TVs and stuff like that. So I would value high definition TV and not be able to play game or good games over playing the best games in the world and having a shitty TV. And that's my opinion. But thanks for your question, Slow Majority. Let's move on to our next question, which comes in from Quino, who asks, "Would you rather be tortured by the Canadian CIA for fit? Does the Canada even have a CIA? I thought that was an American thing, only thing. We have Mounties. They ride horses. Canadian CIA for 15 minutes, or never be able to play a video game and never be able to watch TV again." What's with all these video games and TV questions? I hate you. I would much rather be tortured by the CIA for 15 minutes. Does CIA even torture people? I don't know. I'd much rather just take the beating for 15 minutes and still come home and enjoy my video games and watch my TVs. I think life would suck, at least in my opinion, if I could never be able to play a video game and watch TV ever again. I think that would be kind of fucking lame. So I'd much rather just take a nice good ass whooping from the CIA or whoever, some sort of military group. From a USC fighter. I'll take it from a USC fighter for 15 minutes. That's how far I'll go. Thanks for your question, Quino. Let's move on to our next question, which comes in from Swerve It Up, who asks, "Would you rather get shot at every day for the rest of your life at a random time where there is a possibility it can hit and kill you, or have synesthesia with I can never say these words, schizophrenia?" Okay, so he goes on to explain what synesthesia is. It's pretty much a rare mental disorder where you see like words that people say in like 3D floating text around their head and stuff like that, and then schizophrenia would intensify this effect. Uh, so either way, I'm gonna be paranoid, right? I'm always going to see these words flying around these guys' heads, and I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck?" and freaking out. But especially if I have schizophrenia. And then, of course, I'm always going to be paranoid that someone's going to shoot at me because I know it's going to happen every day for the rest of... I don't know. If I know it's going to happen every day for the rest of my life, couldn't I just prepare myself every day? Like, I have a full body armor. Yeah, I wear a full body armor until I get shot at, and then I just take it off. There we go. I'm going with that. I'd rather get shot at every day for the rest of my life because every day, at the start of my day, I'm going to be wearing a full body armor suit of some kind, like an Iron Man suit. And they're going to shoot at me, and when they're done shooting at me and I'm still alive, I'm just going to take the suit off and live my life normally. It's just gonna be one of those things, weird things I gotta do to survive. The shitty thing is I won't be able to hang out with anybody until they shoot at me, because that would suck. Because they shoot at me and end up killing a friend. Yeah, that'd be horrible. Maybe I want to go with the other one now. Nah, we'll stick with that. We'll stick with that. Thanks for your questions, Swerve It Up. As weird as that one was, it was actually kind of hard to decide. And our last question comes in from Michelle G, who asks, would you rather make Call of Duty no longer exist or make Pokemon no longer exist? Um, hmm, Probably Call of Duty. Yeah, I don't know. I've always enjoyed Pokemon. Well, I've obviously enjoyed Pokemon more than I have enjoyed Call of Duty, and I think that's one of those things that, like nostalgia and like one of those childhood things that I wouldn't want to get rid of. Even now, like I still enjoy Pokemon. I still play Pokemon X and Y, and I'm still excited for the next games and the new animes episodes to come out, and the new movies as bad as they're getting. I still look forward to them. But Call of Duty right now. Yeah, it's a dying thing for me. I really hate to say that, but like I don't get excited for the next Call of Duty. I don't get excited for the map packs. I still haven't even bought the map pack combo thing that they have on for $50. Still haven't bought it. I will plan on buying it, but I just don't have an excitement for it. So I think I would much rather make Call of Duty no longer exist over Pokemon because I still think that even in 10, 15 years, I'm still going to be enjoying Pokemon, and maybe my kids or niece and nephews will be enjoying Pokemon alongside with me. But Call of Duty, 10, 15 years, I honestly can't see myself clinging on to it anymore. I know that's hard to like. I know that kind of sucks to say, but I hope that's not true. But I would much. But anyways, I would much rather have Call of Duty no longer exist over Pokemon. Anyways, guys, thanks for all your questions. I do appreciate you guys submitting your questions every week. Make sure you leave more questions for me this week down in the comment section below. And feel free to answer any of these Would You Rather questions down in the comment section below, whether it be your favorite one, the one you submitted. That would be kind of cool to see what you guys think. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Click that like button for me. Helps me out a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, stay dirty.